cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Big Trapper.
Networx with you. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trappers happening in TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, like cook cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's come to my attention that we have surpassed that 31,000 threshold, and we are giving away the chili May the 16th at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you're around for that chili giveaway May the 16th, Sunday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, man. No long intro, no long talking, just giving y'all that chili out that y'all been waiting on, man. With that being said, let's get to the clip. Coming to that girl Henny, man, with more updates on the no jumper Brawl.
On the no jumper brawl. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I know. This thing took place, if y'all do not remember, there was a horrific and gruesome video of men being pistol whipped and stripped down behind the No Jumper Studios in their parking lot.
Let me know if the sound is good, Crow.
And that video featured WACK100, Tremaine, Ashley Williams, and a whole host of goons who decided that they were going to, I guess, test their gangster or prove their gangster on Jay Reed and his partner who rolled out there with him, Evan. Now, I know that there was some dropping of a name. I think it was of Mauricio or whatever. I don't know where that came from, but it turns out that his name is Evan Sillard. Yes. So we have, lawsuits that were filed against Adam in the name of Jermel Reed and also in the name of Evan Siller, not Silver, but Siller. And so there has been movement in that case. But I also have some exclusive information that was given to me by Alex Alonso of Street TV. Shout out to Street TV. Shout out to Alex Alonso, because it appears that there has also been an arrest in the case that happened.
Yeah, the arrest was made on that nigga Alfred got arrested. I think that's IBM. That's a gloss.
And somebody is going to click city behind it. I know. I told y'all it was going to be good. Y'all should know whenever I'm coming to spill Hitty, it's going to be hot, Hitty, honey. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this screen the way that I like my screen. And let me not hold y'all up because, baby, got things to do, places to be, and reports to put out on other things that are going on this internet, you see. So, let's get into a little refresher, because y'all know how I like to do. I like to bring it back, then forth and forth. See, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Make sure I have the right one. It doesn't even matter. Let me just put this up here. So we have something up on the screen. Yep, I'm on the right one. Let me get this little watermark up here so that we can have our watermark. And I can get to reminding y'all of what's been going on. So in case you don't remember, because it's been a while, back in September of last year, the incident happened December
last year
of 2024, and in September we had a court filing by Jermel Reed, aka Jay Reed. Now, I'm not going to get into all the other stuff that came out and that's been roaming about. We focusing on this, the no jumper situation. So please don't bring any of that other stuff into the chat. Now, if y'all remember, he filed for premises liability, negligence, assault and battery, and negligent hiring / retention and supervision. And he filed against White Pickle LLC, Adam Grand Mason, doing business as No Jumper Podcast, Cash Jones, and Tremaine Williams, as well as those 1 through 50 inclusive. All right. And they go through the whole situation, and we're going to read it. We're going to read it just to refresh ourselves, because there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a refresher. You know what I'm saying? So it says that the plaintiff, Jermel Reed, isn't at all times mentioned herein as a resident of the state of California. So this is the paperwork, and here are the general allegations. On or about December 26th of 2024, Jermel Reed, J. Reed, was lawfully present at the premises located at 20. We know the address. I ain't even going to say it.
The fact that they're saying he was lawfully present means that he was there under good faith and he basically had permission to be there. He went out there for no reason.
When J. Reed was violently assaulted and battered by agents, employees, guests, and/or affiliates of White Pickle LLC, owned and controlled by the defendant, Adam Grand Mason. Okay, so it says White Pickle and/or defendant Adam Grand Mason knew or in the exercise of reasonable care should have known that its agents, employees, affiliates, and guests had a history of violent, criminal, and dangerous conduct and posed a foreseeable risk of harm to others. Now, this is where we're looking at this case.
Tricky at, because Adam for sure is aware that WACK is prone to violence based off his own stories, based off his own admission. That's where Adam kind of gets involved at, because it's like, nigga, well, you hired him and you knew that he was a flu flammer.
And this is sounding just like the Kenneth Lawson case, because Kenneth Lawson also accused Cash Money of the same thing. Like, you should have known that you had somebody that should not be out here dealing with the public. And the thing about it is, Adam knew that J. Reed was there by his own admission. Yeah, and not just J. Reed's word. Okay. White Pickle and Adam Graham Mason were aware of complaints, law enforcement activity, or other indicators that its guests, affiliates, employees, agents, and/or its associates created a dangerous and unsafe condition on the property. No Jumper has also been the site of a lot of different incidents that we have seen go down. We have seen pew-pews on set. Okay. People have run down up at No Jumper. No Jumper is, a space and place where people feel that they can,
No Jumper is a spot where you can catch a op. It's the op catch a spot. It's the catch a op spot. You feel me? No Jumper's for sure to catch a op spot.
Possibly be put into harm's way. But Adam would not be in this situation that he's in, being sued by Jermel Reed and also Evan, because if you would have conducted your business a little bit more properly, or possibly not continued to do business with WACK100 after this, you would have then avoided some of these consequences that you are now facing. This has also been a space and place where, if you remember, No Jumper is also mentioned in the federal indictment of Big U. Yeah. Why? Because WACK100 bought Termaine Ashley Williams, aka Fake Loose Cannon, Timu Loose Cannon. Dollar discount.
Now again, y'all, I ain't saying that niggas at No Jumper is the police. I'm just saying that niggas up there keep going to jail. That's all I'm saying. I honestly, in my heart, don't think that Adam is the police. I think that niggas that made his spot high, and I think that honestly, No Jumper done turned into something that's way past Adam's control, and it's past what he wanted it to be. Honestly, I'm not saying that he's not at fault, because he opened the door and introduced that level of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny. But I didn't think that he was ready for the skulls to get dug the way that they did.
Loose Cannon, Dollar General, Loose Cannon, up there and made some claims and some accusations that were going on his podcast. Okay, so it has become a liability to continue to do business with WACK100, but Adam, I guess Adam don't see it that way, and he's going to learn the hard way.
What's up, Keith?
So, as you know, there was also a joint stipulation that was extended back in October on behalf of Jermel Reed. But then on October 27th, this is when we learned the true name of the other gentleman who was involved in the situation, and his name was Evan Silver. I keep wanting to say Silver. And now he also filed his lawsuit. Well, guess what, y'all? Jermel Reed, on 5/11/2026, he filed in there for a declaration to be made. Now, this declaration that he asked for is where they send a bunch of questions to the defendant in the case, and the defendant is thereby required to answer said questions. Now, this document right here is 120.
Wait, May 11th. What's today's? Oh, today the 15th. That was Monday. That just happened. Okay, today Friday. That just happened on Monday.
155 pages long, y'all. Let me just breathe for a second, okay? And so Adam and his attorneys received these questions that Jay Reed had for him. Some of these questions include things like describe your personal involvement, if any, in planning, producing, approving, or appearing in podcast content involving Cash Jones or Tremaine Williams. So it's things like that. It was asking what, his primary language is. Describe your personal relationship, if any, with Cash Jones during the relevant time period. Describe your personal relationship, if any, with Tremaine Williams during the relevant time period. Describe any agreements or understandings you personally had with Cash Jones relating to events or podcast content. Describe any agreements or understandings you personally had with Tremaine Williams relating to events or podcast content. Describe when and how you first became aware of the incident on December 26th of 2000.
So basically, it's going to make Adam break down every single thing about this situation, and it's going to force WACK to basically be a tone and uphold these stupid lies he's been telling.
24, describe your actions, if any, in response to learning of the incident. Identify all persons with whom you communicated regarding the incident on December 26, 2004. Describe all communications between you and Cash Jones relating to events, podcasts, security or guest access at the premises. Describe all communications between you and any third party relating to the incident, excluding attorney-client privilege communications. So you'll get an idea of what these
they're asking Adam, hey, what really happened in this situation? Break it down. They're asking every single question that will be able to help them paint an accurate description or a picture of what happened and who had involvement in this no jumper beating.
Questions were that were being asked of Adam. And let me just tell you, Adam did not disappoint, because to my amusement, I don't know how amusing it is for anyone else, but to my
Adam answered the questions already?
Amusement on questions like state your name, every name you have used in the past, and the dates you used each name. The response from Adam's legal team was, defendant objects to this Words
are hard. Words are hard. Words are hard. Don't worry about it.
Interrogatory. Well, basically, he disagrees to interrogation. Don't laugh at me. I'm having a hard time today, okay? Because the First Amendment complaint was dismissed on March 20th, 2026. Now, there is no dismissal. As of today's date, March 25th, 2026, no amended complaint has been filed. There are no claims pending against defendant, and no operative complaint currently exists in effort to avoid needless discovery expense. On March 23rd, 2026, defense counsel requested a 30-day extension of the deadline to respond to these requests, given that there is no operative complaint at this time. Plaintiff's counsel refused. If a second amended complaint is filed and it survives demur, defendant will supplement these responses based on the pleading and claims that are pled. And so Adam, via his attorney, did not bother to answer any of these questions. All of the questions that were asked
But I mean, to Adam's defense, if the attorney said don't answer it and don't worry about it, man, I'm listening to my attorney. That's what I pay you for.
Were responded to with generic objections, evasive answers, and refusals instead of providing real information, okay?
Adam said he ain't snitching. That's right.
And it wasn't anything, there's stuff that was asked of him that...
Adam said that he ain't snitching. Adam said that he ain't talking to the cops. F the Johnnies. Meanwhile, WACK giving it all up. Adam keeping it solid. That's crazy.
In all honesty,
Adam keeping it solid.
Adam could have answered, okay? We all know the answer to a lot of those questions. The questions that were being asked of him were things that have already played out. You understand what I'm saying? We watched him get on a No Jumper podcast and have a conversation with WACK about the situation that happened. We watched at a WACK talk about, here's the text messages. We know that on air, Adam admitted to seeing Jay Reed on the premises, yet Adam continued to go on about his night. We've seen on camera that, matter of fact, I ain't got to tell you what we seen on camera.
Show us what we seen on camera, Henny.
I ain't got to tell you what we seen on camera.
Hold on. All that. Wack had to watching all that on a No Jumper show.
This right here is what we seen on camera. And we see down here, you've got Jay Reed and Tremaine and Wack. And this gentleman right here, Alfred Walker. Who is Alfred Walker, Henny? I'm going to give it to you in a minute. But we saw all of this basically play out. And Adam could have answered those questions because we know who he spoke to. We don't know if he spoke to anybody else. We don't know if he spoke to his attorneys, which I'm assuming that he did. But that is where we are with the civil cases, where basically everything that was asked of Adam, they basically...
Hey, Adam not snitching, though. I give it to him. Adam not snitching. Adam holding it down. It's only a civil case, but Adam, all right, Adam, okay. The paperwork say you ain't told nothing. You feel me?
Basically objected to, did not give any answers to, and left Jay Reed hanging. Which now leads us to this right here. Now, I just mentioned Alfred Walker, okay? Like I said, I know some of y'all are sitting back and y'all are like, who is Alfred Walker, Henny? Why should we know that name? Well, Alfred Walker. Oh, I don't want to show that. Hold on 1 second.
Alfred Walker is IBM
Let me
Gloss.
do this. Oh, you're not going to let me show that without that. Oh, I was about to say. So this is a better photo of who Alfred Walker is. And as I said, this is the man who was wearing the blue and white shirt. Well, what exactly did Alfred get himself caught into when it comes down to this No Jumper brawl beatdown situation that happened? Well, if you didn't notice, at one point in time, we saw Loose Cannon, or Ashley. Ashley had a firearm, and Ashley was pistol whipping Jay Reed. But what a lot of us missed in this video was Alfred
Walker was pistol whipping the other dude.
Yeah, Alfred had a pistol too. And Alfred was pistol whipping Jay Reed as well. Now, I'm going to be very cautious with what I share because I'm not trying to get into no trouble. Hey, YouTube, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is all AI. Nothing is real. It is all fictional characters that were made up for entertainment purposes
So if she's finished show the fight, I'm going to actually, let me see, hold on.
only. So this right here over Jay Reed, that's Alfred Walker. And then you see there goes Tremaine. And of course, we all know the brutality that happened. And there you have, you know, Alfred is beating on. And in his hand.
All right, yeah. So I'm going to skip this because I don't want to. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
He has a pistol.
Okay.
Okay. And so he is one of the suspects in this case that was arrested. Now, this did not make a lot of spread across the internet. Let me get this up here for you guys as well. Because I don't really think that a lot of people knew that there were arrests going on. Didn't want to say anything because they don't want to come off as a snitch. Come on, we know how this goes. All right. So, according to this screenshot right here, what Alfred is being charged with is serious. Okay, let's start at the top. Felony assault with a firearm.
So he's actually locked up in jail right now. How is Loose Cannon not charged with anything about this? How does Loose Cannon not have any charges? You feel me? How does Loose Cannon not have nothing going on? Like, I don't understand. You feel me?
Person, okay, special allegation of use of a firearm, one or more serious violent felony. He has one or more prior serious violent felony convictions, which means that he's a prior felon. So this is not going to look good for Mr. Alfred Walker. Okay? There's felony assault by any means of force, possible great bodily injury, with a special special allegation on there of great bodily harm, and one or more serious violent felony.
Damn it.
Okay, those are priors. So he's being charged with that. Let me get some more up here for y'all. Because I know y'all are probably wondering when he got arrested. Hold on.
So I'm wondering how Gloss is arrested
Get that
and in jail for this fight, but nobody else is. How is Alfred in jail, but nobody else is? How is Loose Cannon not being charged with this? We know Loose Cannon's in the feds, but how are they not putting charges on him with this through the state of California? How is WACK not in jail for anything? How is only one person involved in this when there are multiple people a part of this crazy attack?
Okay, so that was his next court date, but this is past. His arrest date was 5/6/2020. Oh no, that's not it. He was released on 5/6/2026. That was his next court date. Hold on, you guys, because I have everything. It's just a little jumbled. Permanent housing. That's still the next court date. Arrest date was 4/1/2026 by Burbank PD. So on April 1st, now you got to remember this incident happened all the way back in 2024. And Alfred is the first arrest. Now we could consider Tremaine to be the first arrest, but you already know he's locked up because he's locked up for that Big U, with that Big U felony case that is federal case that is going down. So he's already in custody. But this is the first person outside of all of that was arrested. However, he was released on ROR. Wow, Henny, I have no idea how that happened, but I do have an exclusive telephone interview that I did get with Alex Alonso. Now,
Hey, Hoodlum, I swear to God, I was literally just thinking about it. I was like, I gotta text this nigga. That nigga Alf on the streets. You got a line on that nigga?
Alonso is of Street TV. Again, shout out to Street TV, the whole team, and shout out to Alex Alonso. The exclusive information play-by-play of what went down yesterday with Mr. Alfred Walker. So let me get Mr. Walker back up here on this screen real quick. Let me take this down and let's hear what Alex had to say played out in court yesterday.
So Mr. Alfred Walker was scheduled to appear in court this morning.
Can y'all hear it? Any glasses in the chat if y'all can hear it clearly.
Come on, Hendy, play the content.
Let me know if y'all could hear that part that I just played clearly. All right, y'all can hear? So I'm going to back it up and I'm going to start it over.
Okay, so Mr. Alfred Walker was scheduled to appear in court this morning at 8:30 in Pasadena. Pasadena is going to be the courtroom where this no jumper beating trial is going to take place. It's the next closest jurisdiction to Burbank where this occurred. And what I learned today was that when he was arrested and taken into custody, he had a hearing in early May, and he was released on his own recognizance. He's on an OR release.
So he's not even on a cash bond. That nigga signed out on his own signature. That's not a bad thing, though. He might got some action. It was
very surprising to me because there are more ORs being given to defendants of nonviolent offenses. They had a $1.1 million bail, and this is considered a violent offense, but
right.
He was given an OR, but he has electronic monitoring as well. So that was interesting to find out that he is out on an OR. He didn't come up with a $1.1 million bail to get out, but he is under electronic monitoring. So that's the first thing. Second, His defense attorney is a bar panel lawyer, which means she's from the public defender's office. So he does have a public defender, and she told the court this morning that she's still waiting to receive more discovery on this case, and that she wouldn't be ready to go on her hearing until July.
So he's going to be out on this ROR until July.
He's going to be out until the case is over.
Right.
Will probably be taken into custody, at that time if he goes to trial on this, or if he takes a deal, or if he's even offered a deal. In fact, that was one of the questions the judge asked. It's a little surprising. So early in this case, the judge asked the prosecutor, "Is there a deal being offered?" And the prosecutor said, "No, there's no deal at this time."
Well, I don't even understand, like you said, ROR on this type of a case and now a deal before you even begin the trial. Like, that's so far away. Like, the trial is not next week.
No, it's not, but this is a open and shut case because it's on video, unfortunately, for Mr. Walker.
Right.
The whole crime is recorded, so I don't know what type of defense you can even put up. So really, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, do you want to plead guilty, and does the state want to give you a deal? But the state said, no, there's no deal right now. And that's done in an effort to save on resources, because to have to go to court and keep going to court and keep going to court on a case that's really a slam dunk, it wastes our tax money.
Exactly. So Loose Cannon was not there for this court hearing, correct?
Mr. Walker was the only defendant in court this morning. No Tremaine Williams and none of the other defendants that are believed to have been either charged or have warrants were there either.
Interesting. Do you think that they'll be tried separately for this case?
No, I believe they'll all be charged under the same case whenever these guys are arrested. This Mr. Walker just got arrested in April.
I guess they don't really have to rush to get Loose Cannon in court because they already got him in custody. It would make more sense to get everybody else involved in the situation put into police custody first before going after Loose Cannon, who's already in the feds. We know where the turtle's at. So it don't really make sense to have him come down for this court date and all that kind of stuff when, like I said, he's already in captivity. I use the word captivity on purpose. For sure he's in captivity because jail is nothing but like a zoo. But that's a different conversation.
So he's the first one to be taken into custody. Tremaine Williams is already in custody.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time before the other co-defendants are arrested. That's my view of it. I believe that there are at least 2 more or 3 more people that Burbank wants to arrest.
Wow, and this happened in December, and he just got arrested in April.
Yeah, December of 2024, and here we are in 2026.
Right. I said it like it was last year. My bad. That was 2024.
Yeah.
Wow. Were there any of the victims in the case in the courtroom that you noticed?
No. Mr. Walker was there with his girlfriend and his mother, and there were no other people from the case that were there.
How did he look in the court? Did he look confident? Did he look nonchalant?
He just looked regular. I went up to him and told him I was covering this case. He had a look of surprise that why, or he didn't understand what I meant. But I explained to him I am covering this case for the media, and I will be here. Just give him a heads up, when you see me inside that courtroom, who I am and why I'm there.
Right. Well, any additional takeaways that you have from today?
Well, the public defender and the prosecutor agreed that they would be ready for the preliminary hearing on July 7th.
Okay.
So that is going to be when the evidence is presented against Mr. Walker, and we'll see if there's other people in custody at that time. But it looks like, you know, a lot of people doubted that anybody was ever going to go to jail for that beating.
Right.
I know that I've said it multiple times on straight politicking, and even my co-host doubted me a few times. But here we are. It is a real case. It is taking place in Pasadena court, and preliminary hearing will be on July 7th, and I will be there.
So let me ask you this, because I just received information from the Jamel Reed portion of this, which would be the civil side of this same incident, where there were questions sent out. And, you know, I know a lot of people really don't think that it was going to go beyond the civil, but even in the civil aspect of it, it seems to still be moving. Do you think that the criminal aspect will affect the civil cases as well if convictions are given out? Well, once convictions are given out, because there's no if in this at all.
Well, usually the criminal case goes forward, and once you get convictions on the criminal case, that makes your civil case much more powerful. But because these two guys, Mr. Reed and the other man, were beaten on camera, they really need to worry about the outcome of a criminal case. So that's why they're going forward with their civil case. And I don't think one is going to affect the other in this situation.
Well, I'm just, I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. I'm surprised only because I was like you. I didn't think anything was going to come of this because it's been so long ago. But to see that the case is actually moving forward, you know, this is being taken seriously. So, as you guys can hear, this is definitely...
Yeah, man, that's tricky. This is a tricky situation. Now, it kind of makes you wonder, too, are there going to be any deals given? Is there going to be any, like, incentive for IBM Gloss to maybe, you know, place the blame elsewhere for his own benefit? You know, that kind of stuff. Like, I ain't really sure how this is going.
Still work for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, nigga. Trap knows, you know that, nigga.
Dangerous. Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. That nigga ball like game 6. That nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's never outside, nigga.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboard. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.